the iron gate. Right through the gate. Alright, so welcome back to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. I'm just doing this one straight from, I won't say the horse's mouth, but straight from one of the females in dancehall who is a prominent dancehall artist, a well-known dancehall artist, and also has a story of abuse at the hand of a man or men within the dancehall industry. If y'all don't know it, this topic has been trending lately ever since, I believe it's, I wish you would have treat me like Tanya Stephens. Tanya Stephens came out and said that she was raped, and her story has taken on a whole different angle. And I did a video on that, which I will upload to the channel after this. Also, there are others. Etana has came out also, and I will upload Etana's after this. Now let's take a look at Maka Diamond giving her own account. And this account was given after I already made the video for both Etana and my whole summation of the whole Tanya Stephens situation. So stay tuned for those. But this topic is something that needs to be had. I remember, I covered this topic before. If you look on SoFlo TV, you will see that I think I covered this in 2016. Where the talk of the town is that majority of the females in dancehall music had to give up some crutches or run some pum-pum upon some man somewhere within the industry in order to get a bus or to even make it into the industry. And not only that, they're always under threat. Like, give me some pum-pum and we will do this for you. I'll put you on that show. I will do this, I will do that. I will make so-and-so do a song with you, etc., etc. And when them want the bus, them have to give it up. That kind of thing. So, with that said, let's listen to Maka Diamond on her own IG. I'm seeing enough people I can't read, so I give her credit. It's not my material. It's not like I put a camera there for her to speak into. She released this video on her own. Take a good listen. Alright? It'll go get your eyes might water because she sure did cry. Sita. I'm gonna give a call to you. Them are supposed to, all the people that are supposed to. Something to do, sir. I got me one of that's a one way.
Turn left.
What are you doing?
Then turn left.
Hello, everybody. It's been crazy. Trust me. Crazy. I want to come live from 12 midday. Jesus.
Turn left on McLean Avenue. Then turn left on Central Park Avenue.
From 12 midday, I want to come on this live. I don't know what kind of sign this. There are more things that happened to me before I come on this live. I swear, people. I don't want to believe it. So now I have to be on the road because I'm heading to the airport. So it's like I'm feeling like I'm disappointing people because everybody texting me. Everybody, but somebody must turn off my thing, because I don't want nobody with them negative energy over here. I should turn off my comments then. Sorry about the waiting. Somebody said I'm a wait. Somebody said I'm going to turn off my comments them because I'm afraid of them. And them dirty comments that I'm all come with. Anyway, as you can see, I'm on the road. Okay, good. Thank you. Alright, guys. Hey, what's up? Yeah, you guys hearing me clear though? Because I'm on the road and I didn't want to really take on any. Let me make sure the ring from my phone, the ringer too. I need to turn off the ringer because if somebody call my phone, yeah, give me that. Let me turn off the ringer. Turn off the ringer, say it now. Affect everything me I try to make affect the call. Me look so tired, see it? Me not sleep. Let me clean off the thing more. The thing look like it want to clean off some more. I'm not gonna stay long because I'm gonna tell you I'm heading to the airport and it's kinda
turn left on Central Park Avenue.
It's been a hectic weekend. I was trying to avoid talking about this topic, but it's been crazy. Like it's been crazy for me. Crazy. Like one of the people have to understand say I sit down every night
In half a mile.
And it's like
To I-87 South.
everything.
Expressway.
When I listen upon Tanya Stevens interview, everything just it's like a nightmare for me because it is not easy to say what I'm about to say because you know when you want to say something for years and somebody said for them thing and you say, oh my God. It's like, you know, things ever happen to you in a life where you feel like say you alone, but when people talk you say, but Jesus have mercy, I know you alone. You know? So that's basically what happened when I hear the story. Because mine is totally different. You know? My one is life and death. Right now at this point, if me even talk right or so, I might have to start get bodyguard or something, I don't know. It depends, you know? So, you know, everybody know Macadam. I'm in the music business for years now. I'll get to the point because we kind of look at traffic now still, so I kind of can't sound like I'm moving. So, you know, I'm in the business for a couple of years. I started out at 16-year-old. When I started out, I was the youngest at the time. Then comes Patra. Then Patra becomes the youngest. You know, so, I mean, coming out of high school, I go straight. I not even go sixth form because the way I'm anxious, I just want to go to the music. So, I run out of school and I just head straight into the music business. I start going to the studio and I start go, you know. But one of my first disappointment was when I started to go to the first studio in Tower Hill. The security guard, because it will happen to me now. I always hear about people have to sleep with people and sex and all these things to bus. So I was already aware. I came out of school and going to studio with expectation. And I made up my mind that I'm gonna defend myself if I buck up on people like those. So for me, I was very defensive when somebody approached me about trying to sleep with me. For, you know, in the music or try for, you know, whatever. I'm gonna try to protect myself. So I was very protective of myself. Anyway, I remember I started going to a studio in Tower Hill. And there was this tall security guard. He was a security guard for the studio and he was asking me to sleep with him for months and months and I was very defensive. And I remember going there one day. Because this guy is tall and thick and tramped, you know, security, because he's a security, and that's a bad area. And I remember because I keep being the...
Pause for a second. You notice she said she was 16 and some big strapping security guard. Yo, some of them man are sick stomach in a man. They won't leave these girls alone when they're young. Just let the girl flourish. And the sad thing is, these same men will tell you, yo, if a boy ever look for my daughter, I'm dig out in eye them, you know. But you over here looking at somebody's little girl. At 16, a baby that. But these are the things they had to endure. Let's continue with the story. It get very deep. Trust me, pay attention.
Offensive, him start lock me out and lock the gate now. I say, nah, come in the studio. And you know what the guy did one day when I come there? The guy took off him big boot. The boot looked like him weigh about 12. I lick me on my chest with it, you know. I say, girlfriend, you now give me no real, can't come to the studio.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Let them tell them my father come from Torres and him live around the corner. I not tell him these things, you know. Right now, when my father here, him going to say me wicked. Because I'm not tell him nothing. And I remember I called the producer who owned the studio and I saw me have to end up a complaint because me as a person, things will happen to me, I'm going to keep it in. So at this time, by the time I called the producer, I don't know what happened to him. Then they say I'm the bad boy in the ear and all these things and very, but me just telling you some of the least, you know? Oh, when we started and the things then when we endure. So I kind of feel what the woman I go through and I kind of understand now because a lot of people link me from the other day and tell me say, how old a woman have things but them afraid to talk and it started upset me and make me feel like me don't know if I go dig up honestness or I go dig up what, but you know, it's like me I say, no, so I have to talk because it hurt me not sleep. Me I tell her the truth, me not sleep because it like me I say, oh my God, like, you know, it's like a nightmare because it make me relive it. Me I relive something where me never talk about. So me telling about that we start. So me been going to studio where me book up on producers and people will say them like me, but me ignore me. As me tell you them, when it comes to the sexual harassment, I was very defensive. And I try not to dress certain way. Although people used to say, oh, you're sexy, you dress like in a short. Me try, if me know me go stay late at studio, me put on long clothes and
Listen to the part where Maka says about Coffee. Coffee, the singer, the entertainer Coffee. Listen to the part where she speak about Coffee and how Coffee dress. And go back and look at one of my old videos. You will see that I said the same exact thing about Coffee. Because I'm Jamaican and I feel we culture this. And I know the culture. That hold on and take something they're real. Many Jamaican females have told me the same exact story about how stuff happened to them. As I got older, I got to realize that it's something that's actually embedded in the culture. You understand? But this is a woman talking from the perspective of a young lady going into the reggae dancehall entertainment industry and trying to make her way in. I get a bus. And the many man obstacles that she had to come over. This story gets worse. Pay attention. But listen to what she said about Coffee.
all these things. That's why the other day when a lot of people were saying, oh, Coffee look like she a lesbian and all these things, me kind of did sit down. I told a lot of people, say, me know why Coffee dressed that way there. Me know why she dressed that way, that she doesn't want to look like one of the man them and she don't want to be harassed. I tell a lot of people that, but people don't listen to me because of things that I go through. You understand? And study the business. So when you say Coffee dressed that way, that no people assume, say, oh, she a lesbian. No. Me kind of know, so she have just a little tomboy-ish and try to protect herself. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, moving on now. Me did it when I say top producer now. Did it with them wife and sitting and still at them, say them want to sleep with me. And me get defensive. Me not do that. Me not do it. Me said, no, you're crazy, whatever. Then them son want to sleep with me. Then me said to them, say, no, man. We're not rich people, we don't want poor me. That time I look a poor girl. I come from Portmore and I'm look at one clothes. If me no wash on Saturdays, me not have no clothes to come out Monday morning. So me can't afford. If you no rich man pitting on a rich man that want to sleep with me, and then when I look like me I stress out myself. So I was very protective of my sexual part of my body, you know. So that's why I don't find out say, with Macadam, no people not really help me. No bag of artists not do no song with me, them drag me down, them this, them that. Me not go to international level. So they make me start to pre in my head now and I say, oh, most of the time when I help them female, them have to sleep with them. I remember artists, me I talk about artists, I talk about like 2 years ago, me look for artists and say, do a song with me, you know? Them say, boy, me I tell you the truth, you have to give me a look a pussy.
Wow.
You understand? Sorry my language, man, live, but me just try telling some little things, then me get to the point, the serious part of what has been affecting me. I'm kind of glad Tanya come out, so me find a little strength when me can talk about my one. So me now come over here and telling you, say, nobody rape me or nobody this or nobody that, but my one was very drastic. My one is very, right now me can come over for the live today, and me don't know what will happen to me. But me have to talk because me never talk. Because I was paid not to talk.
Wow.
That's how serious it is. I was paid not to talk. So right now, me walk with all my rags. My rag, yeah, me don't know if me go cry because I think I've gained strength and I get strong since me been bullied all over the net. People disgrace. People don't know what me go through. No, people don't know what me go through in the music, yeah. Anyway, I'll skip over enough of the things then because I don't want it sound drawn out because I want to come off quick.
She's afraid.
Being in the music business, I always try to be independent. Anybody know about Capricorns? Capricorns will always try to make money and be independent. So my way to survive in the business and not being abused that I have to sleep with somebody to get money. I go also dub plate. So during this journey of hustling my dub plate, you know, them tended artists, them big, you know, when I'm a boss, you know, big up Capleton. Capleton was always there for me. Very decent man, I can't tell you people. So me can look up to
More
Capleton.
fire.
That man, a very good man, Professor Nuts. Me have artists so me can big up. And every one of them terrible. You understand? Me go with Professor Nuts for days on the road and he was a very respectable person.
Nice
and
one.
I sat around Capleton house a lot and he was very respected.
Nice one.
Right? So during them time when I do the dub plate, them Capleton them used to give me free dub. I get dub plate from whole heap of artists. So by this time you have artists them days, enough of them not get along. You know? Enough of them not get along. So one of the artists them, when me I beg him dub plate, him never can give me a dub plate yet. But when me go to the next artist, me get it. So me mostly, so what happen, the artists when I really want to give me the dub plate, I really film studio, I hang out. The reason why I hang out at that studio is because the producer was very respectable to me, and the owner for that studio, I love him and everything, and he used to take care of me. Even him I got vexed with me when I talk to them because him beg me not to say nothing, you know?
Oh, shoot.
Anyway, me I make me dub plate them, and me make me dub plate them, and these two artists, them not get along none at all. So I was in between the both of them.
Bounty and Beanie.
I remember one day
Bounty
I
and
went to
Beanie.
the other student, not the one that me always hang out with the artist when I now give me the dub plate, but because I always have to go other places. This artist not give me no dub plate, they never mean to me, but me still at the studio because of the producer, and I love the producer. So I remember now, me go at the studio, the other studio now, and they're around there with the other artists, but they were, you know, every time through the two artists them not get along. Enough artists not get along them time. The whole heap artists not friction. So me did it now, and one of the students make me I get some dub plate from the artist, and me I said, John, no, me can't eat me look food weekend, and so me get me look dub them now, and me trot out and hold me look bus, and them time we not email song to people. We have to get them on CD and sound man, we have to send them to them, or I never remember how it reached. And me well gone to my studio now because me I said this, so me hang out every year. Me gone to the studio now, which part the artist there, when I really give me no dub, but me and the producer good, and I did some record, and them I show me like a good love, otherwise from not giving me dub. So me head out now, and say me gone to the studio now, gone hang out and do what I have to do. But when I walk on to the studio, I see some whole heap of tough face man, because they know them time the artists have them entourage. I don't even know. Artists have 20 man around them and whole heap of entourage. So I see this big old entourage with a man that look at me like me do something wrong. So I say, what me do? About 20 man in the studio ever full up a man, and I'm still one of the man that look at me weird, and which part of the studio there one big old gate, and them high gate that we make out the iron, and me just see gate lock behind me, plop. And I say, I want to go on.
Trapping.
So sometimes the artist walk out. Hey girl, they're on a studio. One of our studio I deal with artists. Women are like and you call up my name. And I say, what you talk about? Me go a dub plate, me go look. And me beg a dub plate all the while they don't want to give me something. I understand better. The artist never want to hear nothing. I say, you know what the artist do? Take up one big piece of board, and when him done broke it up on me, you know, me my back left, right. Me talk about artists who wanna love, and say, every day when I see the artist, and I see the people that run him down, and people that say them love this man, the man take the board and lick me straight right back through the iron gate. Right through the gate.
Wow.
Oh God! The artist broke on the board. And the big old 20 man them stand up there. I said, why is that girl? Oh, she forget it. I got this. And she had this, yo. And she got chucked in with the next artist girl argument. Me said me couldn't believe it. And 20 more man stand up there watching man take the board. And beat me up.
Me have to pause it right here, so Jono, listen. That's a common thing in Jamaican culture as well. We used to see the video them all the time. Remember when YouTube didn't care about violent videos being posted on YouTube? That was a few years ago. YouTube has changed its policies then. Back then, just a few years ago, we used to see a lot of videos come out of Jamaica where man lace them woman up and down the street, beat her up, thump her up, drag her, right? And shut her big box. And you would see other guys standing around. And them I say, all right now, brother, all right, you give her enough now. You give her enough now. Let her go now, man. Oh, God. But they're not jumping in to help her or anything. So it's been that climate from ever since. On top of that, just a short message to some of the waste man them. How you stand up and friend a brethren or a brother will beat woman like that, especially open out in front of everybody out in the open, right? And then you dead there as a man and you there cheering him on and telling him, say, yeah man, get to her, she forget it. Why? And you call yourself a man after that. And you feel strong and empowered and manly after that. Wow. Anyway, Maka, go and tell a story, my dear. John no.
Broke up the word for me. Oh, me could not do a run. When me run. When me run. Me see the nearest police station. Oh, me run going there. One of the wickedest thing happened to me when me run going to the police station. The superintendent and the next artist. Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Right.
When me see them make the complaint, the man said, be a Ray, oh God, you have to lock him up. And me say, Lord Jesus, oh my God, I pick something a bit in that. Me say, what me looking to before, but I board broke up all now, me still have the mark in my back. Me not talk, me never talk. And then me start fretting now because people where me know we do me things.
No.
As I say, me understand, me tell you, I say she fear one might be that type of abuse, but I abuse this same way, like, me they feel so abused, 20 strong man turn up there and watch the artist beat me up, and the whole of the man, them a laugh, like, you know, like, me and nobody, like, and them tell them, I'm not career yet, me not boss or nothing, so some of me they tell myself, I'm not bad at the music, some of me they tell myself, I'm done with it, and then now, Mama say, me go the station now, go book up on the inspector. When book up on the inspector, the next artist uncle. If the inspector hear him, gonna superintendent, them know what. If he hear this alive, I'm gonna say, yes, me they tell him to lock him up. And but by the time them say, them they lock him up, me they feel bad because them tell the artist manager, me love him because the manager take care of me without him and look me up that the man not do no harm to me. The manager is such a nice person. So by this time in the evening, when I go home, the manager called me and said to me, say, please me I beg you, nobody say nothing. And me go send some money come give. And it's not even the money that me even accept the apology. Is the fact that me never boss yet and me know nobody and that situation would have been like maybe me would have lose my life. Me don't know. Me still gonna lose it now because when them hear, them are gonna say, but we tell her not to talk and we give her money or this or that or whatever. But through me get so old now and nobody no business about me and
you're not old, my
the same artist talk to me enough time. The artist that talk to me see me and like me I say, him no remember what he do to me. Me I'll run joke and say to him, say, do one song with me now know you know look for me. For years me I say that. I mean, I say if I do that for apology or something, nothing. That means that the person hate me or something because you could never beat up somebody after me.
Somebody said to me, say, Soflo, she talk about Bounty and Beanie did have them arguments at them time there. See? The famous war we know about. It was also beef in real life. Remember, I know, even the angel left one and go there with the other one, breed for the other one, and married the other one and all these things. So, them kind of thing there. Now, back in them time there, she's also, the person was said to me, say, she talk about Shocking Vibes and the studio where Beanie used to always, me don't know about none of them something there. So if y'all hear that floating around, me just tell her, said that's what's floating around. But yesterday I made a joke and I said it was Elephant Man she was talking about. But a joke me I make, because if you do the mathematics of it, it couldn't have been around that time when Maka was that young and she talking about Elephant Man. Because wouldn't have been around and been a prominent artist at that time, right? Who was making millions like she said and everybody loved him from back then. It must be someone else who was much more established. Just putting that out there for the... Alright, we resume.
Me and nobody, me just come to studio and try to look at bus. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to say to you for you take a board and broke it up on me. And for years me walk with that on my brain and on my head. And me just not know Oh, I see her talk to me, see the artist talk to me, me see people love me. Me not talk about a normal artist.
She not talk about no normal
Me not
artist.
talk about a normal, me talk about artists where I make millions every day, every year. Oh, where people love.
Alright. Can't call
You
the name,
understand?
Jano.
And the manager call me now and say, they more give me some money, and if you just relax, I'm forgot.
You're taking money so you can't call the name. The deal is sealed.
Me not tell my mother, me not tell nobody, me not tell my parents, me not tell nobody, me just still, because them tell my mother they leave gone foreign anyway. And me the kind of up on my own still, you know.
Wow.
You know, and when the manager called me, me couldn't press the charge, because that the manager there's somebody where help me out a lot. Any problem I have, them tell me and make me escape a lot of other stuff, you know. So me accept the money. Me not gonna tell a lie. Me accept the money, and I remember me said to myself, say, them tell me what have one something and whatnot, and me tell myself, say, me go buy one big whatnot with the money. Cause with the money enough, me go buy one big double side whatnot and put it in my house and put it in front of me and said, this is gonna remind me every day. And me the kind of sorry me to do that, because every time I look on it, me cry, because me I say,
Jano.
man can't wicked so. Oh, you fit take board and beat me so in front of everybody at studio.
How embarrassing.
Me run through the gate, me run, me no know how me not dead.
Imagine the embarrassment.
I know me no know how me still alive.
Wow.
God no. You understand?
In the beat your heart,
So
Maka.
me just saying, a whole heap of things we go through as woman at the business, and me not really come up stay long, because me know them are going to drag me and people are going to drag me, but me just try to say, when me hear about whatever people are going through, me I try to make people know, say, me my thing them not normal. What day I say I go do one documentary, because the things that when me go through, I want different type of something. Me not say people not try to say right sex or whatever, but me as me tell you now, me come in, me go into the business with a shield, like me go in there with the intention say nobody now go force me for have no sex, you know? And then I travel par with people where, you know, good to me and, you know, and treat me with respect. You know, so I start to par with a lot of different people where show me a lot of respect, and what me I try to tell them is that this was one of the journey them boy throw shoes in my chest. Because studio them I tell me say people run me out of them studio, you know, whole heap of things. Whole heap of things.
Wow.
It's been, and right now, I just feel like, sometimes I just feel like the artist will just address it to me and say, boy, you know, say, me the kind of be a big man about that, and say, no, say, me the feel fuck up, because me shouldn't really take no board and beat you up like that, because, you know, me don't know if I not feel like I idiot right now, because 20 man, them with the turn up, they're like, I want to do that, I want to make that happen, like, what me do?
Jano.
More than me just go look dub plate, and me go get the dub plate, and come back happy. And you now give me no dub plate, and me get beaten for that.
Alright, so.
Because me have to stay neutral. Me can't stay between 2 man or 3 man or 4 man. If
Them a war.
me, if them not talk, me have to stay neutral in between everybody. So just that me that try to stay neutral. Because me no boss, me no reach nowhere. Me not call the name. Me not call the name. Me not call the name because I reach half a journey in my life and I want to finish it. So, what I try to say is, I just make you know, and I just make Tanya know, say, you're not alone, darling. Me go through it too. It might be a different way, but me go through it too. And I have thank God for a few of my friends and a couple of people who take care of me and never been abusive. Me go through it too with a couple of people where them just verbally abuse me and them disrespect me and them try for, you know. Anyways, I go on my journey. I head to the airport. On a good note, I'm still alive. I'm still here. My career end up took off. Yeah, and then you know, I'm going to drama too. You know, funny enough, when my career took off, me and the same artist ended up on a big show in America. And you know what that artist did? Trying to get me to come to his room to sleep with him.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
Copy.
like seriously, after you take Big Boat beat me up, you really think that me are gonna out the room go sleep with him? That's all daring.
Wow.
You know.
No rate you at
Anyway,
all.
I love you guys, you know. Daddy Reds and the whole family over there, big up, you know. I know everybody was expecting to hear a different type of topic, but I mean, this was one of my most abusive situations I've ever been through in this music business. Everything, that's why I see when people come to the net and them a drag me, I mean this, I mean that, and me go through worse. So what else can you guys do to me to feel, let me feel anyway, you know? But you know, I want to big up some of the people I see on the live. Yeah, Diverse, big up, Daddy Reds. Yeah, Daddy Reds, big up. I don't have a phone like a ring and nobody gonna say, Ray, where you dig up this and dig up that for because you never talk about it. But I just want to get it off my chest. I just want to get it off my chest and say, the artist when they take the board and beat me up, I love you same way. Enough love. Me get over it in a way. I always dig up in my brain now.
Wow.
But not hate, nothing. Everything blessed. And not because I come and I talk about it now. I go dig up nothing on no police station or no problem. Nothing. I just make the people them know say part of my journey wasn't easy also. You understand? Big up Dan Mafia, big up yourself. When I good youth them, big up yourself Mafia. Mafia was one of them with their own me and saved me through my journey, you know?
Wow. Big up that Mafia for real.
I remember one day, Unicorn, may his soul rest in peace. The Unicorn get a little bit aggressive with me one day, many man argue and he tell me because suck me mother left, right and center and Dan Mafia there for defend it for me, you know? So me have some people will defend me sometimes, so I have to give thanks to them and big respect. Anyway, bye guys. Me know what the internet I got drag right, left, so I'm used to it. But anyway, me not care. I'm gonna be winding up my little body, winding up myself, and full joy in myself. Alright, love you guys, enough love and thank you guys. Remember to follow me though, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Just follow me guys. You know, my
Our
journey
Instagram handle
hasn't been,
is right there.
It wasn't an easy one. It's still not easy.
Let's see, it's gone again. It's
here and I'm
Macadiamond.
still doing what I have to do. So I want to say enough love to those who stick out with me for quite a while and still is there with me. Alright? Love you guys.
Alright, so we close the video off like this. You notice how when she finished the video, she had to still end it with, me not have no bad feelings towards you for the person. Like reassuring your abuser that, hey, even though I'm talking about it, I'm not mentioning no names and I'm not going to no police station and all that. It's all good. It's all blessed. That's what she have to say to her abuser because, well, she said to some level she got over it. But at the same time, you know, part of her wishes for an apology. So hopefully that person look into themselves and they've become a better person over the years and them can call her and reason with her genuinely and be like, hey, Maka, you know, Jano, truthfully, I may even rate you now because you do the video and you could have called my name and you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe I could do you things or not, you could have called my name and you didn't. So here what? The song that you always ask me if you do for you or do with you or the dub there, here, me I go do it for you. Or something like that. Make things right with the lady. That's all me I say. Leave your comments in the comment section below and I'll catch you on the next video with SoFlo TV. And big up Macadiamond. Big old man versus a young gal. Song the bad. I'm out. Peace.